Hello everybody, welcome to Wisdom from North, the place where we're diving into the deeper meaning of life and asking the big questions. My name is Jannike and today I'm here in Frognerparken in Oslo with a very interesting man, Pedro Inkari, who is a mystic. Inkari! I had no idea how to pronounce that. Pedro Inkari, who is a mystic, he is a visionary, a messenger, and a fifth generation wisdom keeper from the Inca tradition in Peru. And one of his intentions is to unify North and South and also connect humanity to the cosmos and even the Pleiadians, I read, which was very interesting. Hello, how are you doing?
Thank you, Jannike.
Jannike, yes.
Very grateful to be here. Thank you for your kind invitation. And I am here again in the most beautiful nature in Norway and just sharing and starting our journey of sharing here in the north part.
Right.
Thank you for your introduction, and just to let everybody know that I am representing the indigenous communities in the Andes. So I am talking in behalf of our people, communities, circles of elders, and councils of elders in South America, especially in Peru.
Okay, so tell us about being a wisdom keeper. What does that actually mean? And is that a name that you are given, or can you choose to just call yourself that? Or yeah.
Well, there is different ways to interpret that position. Actually, it's a position in our communities, and sometimes you are chosen by life, by nature, by different events. There is a family tradition that has been kept during many generations and passed from father to son and mother to daughter. In my case, it's the family tradition that has been kept a long time, at least 5 generations in this case, but perhaps even longer. And also different events that makes change direction in my life and choosing this path. Ultimately, the community, of course, assigned to me this position and honored me with the position of Chakaruna. That is our official position. We are Chakarunas. Chakaruna means human bridge.
Okay.
And that position is also similar as a position of messenger.
Okay.
Messenger, and also, of course, contains the skills of a wisdom keeper.
So you learned things from your father, and he had learned things from his grandfather.
Yeah, mostly in this case, not from my father and my mother, but indirectly, yes. But the generations of my father and my mother were very suppressed at that time, and it was very shameful of talk about our traditions or about our ancient ways. In fact, I was very lucky and very blessed to have my grand aunt that was my teacher, my first mentor, and through her and my grandfathers from both lines, from my mother line and my father line, I could receive this amazing knowledge, the wisdom, and now, of course, I was very interested from childhood, very early age about the energy work and the old traditions, and they saw this interest on me, and they took care of me very early. Yes.
Okay. So we're going to move into what this is, but first I want some background to what your belief system is. What do you believe in? Do you believe in a great God, or like more of a power or a force in the universe? So tell us a little bit about this.
That is a very good question, and actually we believe in life.
Okay.
That is our main belief. We believe in life, and we are supporting life in all forms. And in that way, in the understanding, not just understanding of these principles, we try to embrace the diversity of energies that surround us and are inside us.
Okay. So if you pray, who do you pray to then?
Yeah, there is different aspects in the tradition, in our tradition, in the Andean tradition, in the cosmovision, and in the philosophy. So there is different levels to achieve different levels of understanding that are suitable for different persons. So there is, for example, the manifestation, the expression, the solar expression of the sun, that is very visible, very physical for everybody. So we relate very much with the sun energies or with the mountain spirits, the protectors, the guardians of nature. In other forms, we can go to the rocks, to the rivers, to the winds, to the volcans, and not to the thunder, to the lightning bolts, and other natural forces that affects all the community of animals, human beings, and vegetables around the ecological system in the planet. But in a deeper understanding of energies and the understanding of our reality, we can relate to forces that we call Wiracocha,
Okay.
for example, that is one of the most deepest concepts in the belief. And Wiracocha, what is Wiracocha? Wiracocha, in a deeper expression, because it has many manifestations, is to translate it in a simple way, is the unity that contains duality in potential form.
Okay. Okay, it's unity.
But contains the duality in potential form. So imagine that the deep aspect of that principle. I mean, actually, that principle itself is quite scientific and contains even the equations of the fabric of the universe. It's codes embedded that the quantum physics, the quantum mechanics can explain nowadays.
Right. So what about the mountains? You believe that the mountains are holy, right?
Not all the mountains, all nature is sacred, of course,
Right.
but there is a special spots in the earth, in the planet, in the surroundings that contains a night vibrating mostly with certain special energies that are very, very beneficial for the ecological system and the communities of different entities like humans, energy entities, animals, and plants.
So there's like this energy that is intelligent in the mountains that you can tap into and communicate with?
Exactly. I mean, life is intelligent. Nature is intelligent. We are nature. We are an intelligent organism, right? So the mountains, these special energized spots, in our understanding, that is very practical, very realistic, not just metaphysical or philosophical, but it contains a lot of practical knowledge embedded in this belief. The mountain spirits contains very specified intelligence that could be beneficial for the environment, the surroundings around.
So you're saying that it has knowledge that we can learn from about nature, so we can learn different things if we learn to communicate with the mountain spirits or energies.
Exactly. We need to create a bridge of understanding, of a portal of interaction with these forces.
So how do you do that? Because that's something I really want to do. Like, I would love to communicate with the trees and the stones, but then I think that I feel silly when I try to do that and nothing happens and I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I understand that, and that is a good question. Many people is interested to reactivate this natural potential that all human beings possess. And I mean, as I repeat, this is a very practical, realistic aspect of our philosophy, of our science, of our way of living. Why? Because it was very important for our survival. I mean, we needed to read, to know exactly, for example, to read the clouds, to know about the spirit of the wind, the rain, and how the animals were reacting, how the trees were reacting, how the water were reacting in order, for example, to cultivate, the cultivation planning to sustain our people. If we couldn't bridge between these forces, it could mean the death of many people. So, and this knowledge has been achieved through pure observation of nature during larger periods of time.
Okay.
So when you ask, how can I do in order to reconnect, to have a dialogue with these forces, with these spirits, the best way is to make a plan in order to reconnect yourself with nature. How you do that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
There is many ways, but the best way is to be in nature. I mean, just imagine how many people that lives in the cities, and we are here right now in the big city, in this beautiful place in nature, but how many people have been spending time without the TVs, without the water from the taps, without electricity, with the radio, with the 4, 5G, with the mobile phones, spending just time in nature, sleeping outside 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. What about 1 month?
So when you do that, do you start to kind of hear something or feel something? Or?
When you do that, you will have, first of all, the opportunity to see how your organism, your mind, your emotions, your feeling, your energy, your body react in a true, close interaction with nature. Many things will happen, and that is part of your own journey. I cannot explain in detail everything what will happen. I can give you a notion of that, but it's you that needs to do the journey, and then you will understand by your own means.
Yeah.
And that is the things that happen, you know, with many people that are with us in gatherings, retreats, 3 days, 2 days, 1 week, 1 month. It's a big change. I mean, they get amazing, themselves very surprised and sometimes shocked about the reaction they experience. Yeah, eating just natural food, from picking the food from nature, drinking the water from the streams, looking at the stars when they are sleeping, and just being in silence without any interruption, any noise from artificial noises from the surroundings. It's a profound transformation. It's not easy in many cases, you know, you will struggle in the first day because you are used to other things, right? But it's highly recommended to give a chance. I mean, we have been living inside the boxes, inside the society, the structures we have created, and I don't say that it's a bad thing, you know, it's the way it is right now. But we should also give a chance to experience for ourselves how it could be if we are just out together with Mother Earth in the more basic way to do, and try to connect consciously with just nature, the same nature we are.
So tell us about this time that we're in, because you're saying that, or I read on your Facebook page that 4th of June was a special day.
Yeah.
Wow. The birds around us. Yeah, 4th of June was a special day, and it was actually the real end of the Mayan calendar. And I was confused because I feel like I read so many different things all over about the Mayan calendar. I was like, is it now it has ended? I thought it had ended in 2012.
Exactly. Many people were a little bit disappointed about 2012. Many people were wondering what happened. We saw everybody, the huge propaganda around 2012. It became a sort of business. People were talking about the end of the world. Many catastrophes were in the way and so on. But we are still here. But something has happened, of course. Many things happened from 2012. And we can see what has happened from 2012 to 2015.
Okay.
You were mentioning about the counting of the Maya calendar. Yes, indeed, there is some new information about a new parameter of the counting of the Maya calendar, that including another factors that were missed in the first calculations,
Okay.
giving the fact that the 4th of June will mark indeed the period of the ending of the Maya calendar. And actually, in our system of counting, we are talking about the Inca calendar that is very similar to the Maya calendar, but even though a little bit more complex. And our communities, our scholars, the Andean scholars in the Andes, the scientific community that is from the Andes, our intellectuals, mystics and wise men and wise women are doing an intensive research about this, about the Inca calendar. And there's many reviews that goes around also trying to create a deeper understanding of this knowledge. We have a very important date. I just came in Peru in May this year, and it was a very significant cosmic event.
Right.
Yes, and it was the 3 and 4 of May.
Okay.
Yeah, that is the Chakana Day. What is the Chakana? The Chakana is this square cross. Yeah, this is the basic, more sacred symbol in our community. And you see, it's a square cross and contains the 4 directions, but it's a four corners, giving a total of 8 diagonals and points. Yeah, the 4th of May. This symbol is inspired upon the Southern Cross that is visible in the Southern Hemisphere in South America. The 4th of May, this squaring were very clear and very close, and is this the special day where our ancestors were analyzing and studying these constellations, this squaring, in order to get very deep information, energetical information, scientific information, and practical information for the benefits of the communities for the future. So that happened the 4th of May. At the same time, our Council of Elders, our community, were releasing the information for humanity, and this is an official statement that I am here sharing with everybody as just an official representative. This is not my words, this is the message of our communities. I'm just the messenger. The 4th of May indeed marks the beginning of the new Pachacuti, or the time of revolution, the time that will come again. So officially, the new time has begun. And you see the related, the relation with the Maya calendar, the 4th of June. 4th of June, 4th of May. Yeah,
Oh,
it's a little bit
the
of...
Inca 4th of May and the Mayan 4th of June.
Exactly.
Okay, that's pretty close.
Yeah, that's very close. Yeah.
So this new time that's coming, what are we moving towards, and what are we moving from and towards?
Yeah. As I was explaining before, 2012 and 2015, what has happened there? Humanity has had the possibilities of a mental platform, developing of a mental platform to answer these new energies. We see through the media, to the literature, to many spokesmen and spokeswomen, spirituality, new age, magazines, TV, radio, products, ecological, organic, bio products, you name it. I mean, it's an explosion of these things. So we have the opportunity to build a mental platform, preparing ourselves for this. And what is this that happens?
Yes, I'm so excited to hear.
Yeah. Well, we are feeling the changes and the transformation in a more deeper way, in our emotions, in our feelings, in our energy. Many things start to be open. since that we didn't have an idea that it will exist. I mean, people is talking about telepathics, people is talking about the feeling, the intuition, how it have accelerated the skills of the intuition. People are talking about profound transformation, that they start to see reality in a totally different way. Synchronicity, relationships, and many other things. People start to get sensitive about different things. And it could be practical things, the food, allergies. It could be how you interact with different people, how your chakras are reacting, profound activation, especially in the heart chakra. And of course, the values of many people are changing dramatically. So now we are going towards a very deep space of transformation, where we will have indeed the opportunity to put together all these pieces, and through our will, conscious action, create the true changes that we need in order to create the reality we want.
Are we becoming more spiritual light beings in a way? Less dense? Less, I don't know, like maybe in 1,000 years, less physical even?
Yeah. That is a good question again. And let's remember, we are not solid at all. And that can be a proof through science.
That we are not
solid.
Solid, right.
We are not solid at all. Our atoms, our molecules, our atomic structure is indeed vibrating. It's dancing with each other. And there is a between space in everything, that is vibration, resonance, energy, dark matter, dark energy, antimatter. I mean, there is different names. We have those principles also in our ancient tradition. We call the dark matter, for example, Janam Pacha, Janam Kausai Pacha, the antimatter, Janam Tinku Pacha, and the dark energy, Janam Kausai Pacha.
I mean, we are at 99.99999% empty space. That's amazing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, in that overstanding, because we are not talking about understanding, because we are not under, we are overstanding or circumstanding the facts. We need to rewrite even the language.
Right.
We need to re-understand many things, because we need to free our minds from the different codification that have been suppressing our full potential.
Right. It's all tied together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like the textile we are using. Everything is related, the codes, the symbols. And we are talking about codes. New codes or information.
Codes?
Codes.
Okay.
A code, like a computer code.
Yeah.
New codes of information are coming to our reality. Okay. For example, through the sun activity.
Oh.
We consider the sun activity, we call the information that the sun is emitting to the planet and to all the solar system, solar plasma.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah. This solar plasma contains amazing amounts, huge amounts of information that actually are some kind, in our understanding, of patterns, combination of patterns, combination of colors, combination of frequencies, combination of vibration, combination of resonance. It's like the textile we use, the textile we understand is like a language that goes very, very energetical codes, that goes very deep, holographic codes. It's like a membrane of information that are streaming and are interacting and passing through our bodies. Wow. No doubt about it, and it's affecting us in the genetical level.
Wow.
This also can be proved by science. Okay. I mean, the activity of the sun have increased that much that is even affecting matter as it is.
Okay.
So it's a profound molecular transformation, the atomical transformation. That is the situation of of the cycle right now. It's a natural cycle that has happened before, it's happening now, and will happen again. So the question is, how prepared are we to receive, to integrate, to ground, to answer this new information?
Yes, that's a good question. Meditate. I get tired from sitting.
Meditation,
Yeah.
meditation is a great thing. Yeah? Meditation is a basic discipline we all should be practicing. I mean, in the agitated society, the hectic society we are living in, we are very focused just in this tempo that is very stressful and very fast. And it's a good thing also. We are not telling that it's a bad thing, but it needs a point of equilibrium, of balance. And that's why in this time of transformation, it's very important to balance this aspect with the meditation. That is a form, is a discipline that will give us the opportunities to find our own silence, empty room and space, where you will have the possibility to see yourself and talk with yourself and listen to yourself and answer back to yourself.
Maybe from your higher self, or?
From all the forms you are, but just a meeting, a dialogue with yourself.
And speaking of the self, I heard you speak a little bit about multidimensionality. Do you think we are multidimensional beings?
That is another good question, and I like it very much because the concept of the universe that we have, we don't call it even universe in the ancient language, we call multiverse.
Right.
The existence, the reality is a multiverse. It's made by infinite aspects. We have another saying, another value, that is the universe in us, we in the universe.
As above, so below, and right.
Exactly. So, of course, we are many parts. We consist of many aspects of ourselves. And now in these amazing times, we are start to meet ourselves. And when we say meeting with ourselves, in the deepest, more profound meaning is a meeting with everybody. Because I will recognize at some point that you are me and me are
Right.
you.
Yeah, I believe that too.
And in fact, many of our parts are maybe in another human being. In your soulmate, in your friend, in your brother, it's just you that are expressing in infinite ways.
Yes, I believe so too. But in a more like practical way, because somehow I feel separate from you, and I would like to think that I'm the soul, and perhaps, we're in the same soul group or something like that, but that I don't want to become all one with God just yet. Like, I want to experience myself, and that's probably why I'm here. So do you think, like, within the multidimensionality topic, that I can exist at another planet at the same time?
Yeah. Definitely yes.
Okay.
We are already experiencing our reality in different ways. And it's depending how aware, how conscious, how trained you are to access, to bridge these parallel realities of your own existence.
Right.
That we call higher self, for example. That some people call that angels. Maybe that angel is just you in another higher form that comes. Yourself comes to support you when you need that. Especially when you are talking with yourself, when you are in a good advanced process of get to know yourself. Then these portals will open. You will have access to yourself, but in a higher form, in a different way, that you really need at that point.
So tell us a little bit about your experiences with this. I assume that you have this connection to maybe several of yourselves.
Well, definitely I have that. I cannot deny that. It's not the point to do it. But I mean, my little ego, my big ego, that is not the most relevant. And we are talking also in our circles about not get stuck in the experiences, because
Okay.
experiences are wonderful, are colorful, are amazing, are fractal and tetralectical, and they are magical.
Yes.
But for us, the question is what we do with the experience.
Okay. Okay. Whoa, this bird is really eager. So you spoke about the connecting humanity to the cosmos and the Pleiadians. And I was fascinated by that because I'm going to do several interviews on the Pleiadians, and I've always been drawn to that place. And I was wondering why you spoke of the Pleiadians specifically.
All right. Yeah. In this case, the talking about the Pleiadians went out somehow because it's not part of our official statement, even though we are very connected with the Pleiadian star and constellation. But it's a good time to talk about that, and I will. But first of all, the connection you are mentioned with the cosmic community actually is a connection that never have stopped in our communities. We have always been connected.
You have.
I mean, not
Me
just me.
too.
We as collective, we
Okay.
are talking about the indigenous communities in the Andes. But of course, all are related not just with the Pleiadians, but with many other parts of the cosmic community in the multiverse. And in fact, in the Andean tradition, every tribe knows, every person knows from what reach from the stars, what constellation, what community, what point of the stars they belong.
Oh.
And they go through rituals of passages in very early stage in order to know about the stellar cosmic origins.
Okay.
And this expressed in the symbols that we use in our hats and in other outfits we wear. So for us, it's a normal, natural thing.
But when you're saying we're coming from, that means that we kind of started there? Or that's the future or the past in a way?
Very interesting, yeah, about the future and the past. And talking about that in our system of belief, the future is something that exists in our
Behind us?
behind, yeah, and the past is in front.
Oh, that's so interesting. I can't wrap my mind around that.
Yeah, imagine just to start to think in those ways. And this is very scientific because in order to manifest the present and the future, the only thing we have is the past. That is the only experience that exists for us. And upon that knowledge, that experience, we have all the knowledge to manifest the future. That's why it's very important for us to know about the past. The connection with the Pleiadians, yes, that is an important connection. The Pleiadians as a cosmic community, as the entities, the grandfathers, the grandmothers, our cosmic ancestors that we have, very deep, they have been supporting humanity, especially in these special times of transformation.
Yeah, I've heard that before, and that they're very heart-centered.
Definitely, yes. They have an amazing technology of harmony, a science of balance, a mathematics of peace, and definitely an advanced vibrational heart energy.
And they are real beings, right?
They are real beings indeed. Definitely, yes. They are as real as you and me and everybody else. There is no disconnection, no separation in that. Of course, the manifestation is different.
Right, because they might not be as physical as we are, because they might be another vibration or dimension or something like that. Yes. Interesting.
Something that I would like to add is that I just came from one of the most beautiful energy places, sacred places, and ancient places in Peru, where I have the opportunity to meet the master from that place, and we have
The master from the
from Peru.
Pleiadians? No,
Well,
the master.
the master that keeps the knowledge of the Pleiades,
Okay.
but of course we have an interaction with the energies from the Pleiades in the very temple of the Pleiades in Peru, in in a beautiful mountain spot there, where they have also this special stone with the 7 stars, the 7 points of the Pleiades, where they made the observation of the Pleiades in the 4th of June, of May, yeah, that we were talking
Wow.
before. Yeah.
Interesting. So tell us about the north. Why are you so much up here in Norway? It's so far away from Peru.
Many people ask me the same question, and I answer, why not?
Well, Norway is a small country. Why here?
Well, Norway is beautiful, and the hospitality of Norway, I must say, have been amazing, wonderful. Especially in the last times, in the last years, I have been visiting, not so often the last 2 years, but now we have a call. We have heard the call, and we have decided to be sharing even more here in Norway, because we have noticed a change of the energy from the last 3 years.
Okay.
It's a very strong awakening, and people is really indeed open and more interest to our message. Why the North? The North is as important as the South. We are talking about the polarities of the planet. We are talking, in fact, about electricity. And that is the main directive, our main function, our main service at the war and war, to create a true bridge of understanding between our peoples, between the polarities, between the female and male, because between the ancient knowledge from the south and the ancient knowledge from the north.
You need to connect.
We need to connect because we need to create the spark of electricity.
That's interesting. So it has been off in a way?
Well, it has always been connected,
Okay.
but it needs to be re-energized in order to put in movement the web, the network of transformation, of clarity, of transparency, and open the gates of hope for humanity, especially in this times when we need that the most, and indeed see more bright about our future and create a better reality for the new generation, and especially for the children.
So I was up north a few weeks ago, and I saw the Northern Lights.
Hello.
They're so persistent. Yeah, I saw the Northern Lights, and they were so magical to me. Do you have any thoughts about those lights?
Well, there is many implication in the Northern Lights, and remember, we have also the Southern Lights. You have the Aurora Borealis, we have the Aurora Australis.
I didn't know.
Yeah, now you know, and it's a natural, it's the polarities.
Right,
I mean, we are
that
there.
makes sense.
We are there.
Of course.
Where is I have witnessed this magical phenomenon here in the northern part of Norway. And it has been such a bliss. The magical aspect of the Northern Lights is that you cannot just see it, but you can hear it and you can feel it. Yeah. Especially if you're sensitive, you will feel a special vibration that personally transports me to a different kind of frequency where I can have the possibility to open a different interface of understanding of reality that is very high.
I feel like in a way it's hearing us and communicating with us, because I came up there and I sat on the plane and I prayed to the Northern Lights, please appear. I so want to see you. I don't know if it's possible to pray to the Northern Lights, but please, I want to see you. And the first night it appeared, and it was in April, so it wasn't a great chance, and it wasn't that cold. And it just surrounded us. And it was there for like that 15 minutes that we went out to go from one cabin to another. It's amazing.
Indeed, that your intuition are very right, very accurate. The aurora borealis, the northern lights and the southern lights, they contain this plasma we were talking about, like the solar plasma. And the solar plasma activity is related with the phenomenon of the lights, the northern lights, the southern lights.
Wow.
So of course, they are talking to us, they are emitting a more specific tuning and packages of information to us.
Sense. Yeah.
I hope more people will have the opportunity to do that, and we have a vision already. We have seen the vision to have very big gatherings and circles, contemplating, communicating, and interacting with these northern lights that will be enhanced in the coming years.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Imagine that.
Yes.
Imagine that.
So tell us a little bit now about what we have around us here, because you created this magical space, holy space, place. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, this is just the minimal kit that we are showing and presenting for everybody that is open to hear. This is part of one discipline in our tradition, is the sound technology. Yeah, the work with vibration, sound, frequency, resonances, and ultimated energy, because the resonances creates energy. Now we are talking about scientific facts, and science are coming so fast, so advanced, it's advanced all the time so fast that it's giving us the opportunity to explain the ancient traditions and create a mental platform here in the West, here in the North. So this is our methods of sound healing, they call it, but actually this is a system of prevention. Before the illnesses, the disorders, the imbalance appears, we have this.
Okay. So instead of workout in a way, you do this.
This. And everybody knew how to play the instruments, how to use it. And if you see here, there is a system. It's encoded, it's codifications of patterns. Yeah, it's proportional. There is information in the way we play this. There is a structure very, very well developed. So when we are playing in a collective way, because we don't play for ourselves or by ourselves, we play in duality always, two persons, one person playing one part of the song and the other person playing the other part in a dialogue. You are saying yours and I responding, and together we create one whole melody. How beautiful is that?
Yes, that's
And that
nice.
is one of the principles of healing, because through doing that, we tune ourselves and with others, and we start to balance and create a collective tuning that is in the same tune that nature, life, our brains, and our hearts have. And talking about that, these frequencies, this spectrum of frequencies of sounds are also related with the same frequencies that have been rediscovered by science in the 20s, I think, the Schumann resonances, the same frequencies that our hearts are vibrating with, our hearts, our brains, and all lives. If the Schumann resonance will be shut down from the planet, all life will stop to exist.
Yeah, that's, my intuition has been like the wisdom from indigenous people is like knowledge that's coming now to scientists, and science are like, discovering. And you've kept this in a way and known this.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's through the enormous sacrifice of our indigenous communities that this knowledge have been preserved, not just preserved or protected, but also they made way to the preservation and continuation of these teachings for present time and for future generations. And it's an amazing compassion our communities have shown through amazing struggling the last 500 years. Now we are finally here. We see bright to the future, and we are even sharing with love, with energy, with everything we have, even with the aspects of reality that can be considered more low and heavy. I mean, many people is approaching us now because we are very open to create bridges, even with the mainstream, with the politicians, with the structures of power, with the police, with the military, with the law enforcement, with the medical system and the psychiatric system, and everyone that are open just to listen, curious, because anyway, everybody is already feeling the way of the changes. And we need to be prepared to assist everybody that is in need of a solid platform for understanding and growing.
Yes, because I think when you hear a truth, it resonates within you if you have an open heart. I do believe if you vary in your mind, it's difficult to kind of get through to really listening if this resonates or not. But if you have an open heart, then you can quickly feel this makes sense, you know? Even though I don't read about it in the school books, it just makes sense. That's what I feel when I hear indigenous people speak, and I've always been so drawn to it. And I was just, up north and spoke to Sami people, and I'm not Sami, I just really am drawn to their culture and your culture as well. And so there's something there, and I don't know what it is, but maybe I've been there in another life or something, but I'm so inspired by it. Yes.
It's beautiful to see the inspiration and the deepest of the interaction of our tribes, the interaction of our world between North and South, because it's about that. It's about our hearts. Of course, we are talking, we are explaining in your language and in many other languages, creating this mental platform. And we have the books, we have the magazines, we have the videos, we have the YouTube, we have the internet, we have all the information available for us. We have the mental platform already there for us. But now it's about to really go to the real energy and experience and give a chance to experience what is the most powerful, and it's inside us. It's in our very cells, in our hearts, in our energy, in our vibration. We need to start to vibrate with the same resonance that life has. Nothing more, nothing less. And I mean, this is possible through the ancient teachings, the ancient values that we have preserved. And for example, the music. When you hear the tones are programmed in the way that they are talking with your sense, with your heart, with the energy, with the birds. So we just play and you will hear it. Your heart will feel it. Yeah. And that is the scene, that is the new step for humanity, to start to go a little bit more in this joyful way to experience reality, because the time of lack of things have ended. We are entering in a time of abundance, of love, of free energy. So we need to start to get used. We need to start to get used to be happy. We need to start to understand that happiness is a normal state of being. Creativity is a normal way for the human beings. Celebration, freedom, but in the true meaning of freedom, and much more things. And that is the beauty, that is the deepest aspect in the teachings that our elders have preserved, is this, the celebration. We need to actually the elders are telling, we need to celebrate, we need to welcome, we need to receive the new energies in celebration. Why is that? Because it's a more logical way to get in attunement with the new energies. You need to get used to celebrate.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, to
Joy, you know,
joy.
heart. Yes, heart resonance.
That is it.
And that's something we're not used to, letting ourselves being happy. We get a bad conscience, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
We get a thought, oh, you shouldn't be happy. And just by you saying that and us talking about it, like allowing ourselves to be happy, I think it's important, because in a way we need to reprogram that.
We need to reprogram that. We need to start to train the
Yeah.
happiness. We need to start to train the things that can push us forward into this transformation. Is the reprogramming of our words, of our feelings, of our emotions, to replace all this sadness, these sorrows, this preoccupation, these worries, this stress with more joy, more dance, more singing, more creativity, force, more allowing of yourself to just be, to express just you in the form that just you are. We need you all, brothers and sisters. Just please be whatever you want to be, but please just keep it natural.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Janneke, for this opportunity, and thank you everybody in the north areas. We are so happy and delightful to be just continue doing our service the best we can.
Wonderful.
I would like to share just a little sacred song for you, if it's okay.
I love that.
And also share with everybody this beautiful vibration we were talking about.
Yes.
Thank you.
Please. Thank you. Thank you for watching, guys. Much light from Oslo. Bye bye.